Hello! So I'm back with another video. This is still gonna be like a warm eyeshadow look. I just love warm colors, I'm sorry. And sorry this has been so overdue. I've been super busy with the holidays, but it's okay. So I'm gonna go and prime my eyelids with the MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot. Same as last time, and then I'm going to go in with the Morphe 350 palette, any cream color, just to set the paint pot that we applied before, because it's always easier to put a powder on top of a powder instead of a powder on top of a cream, if that makes sense. Then I go in with the Morphe 35B palette, and I take this very bright yellow shade as my transition color. I wish they had this color in the 350 because it would just make my life a little bit easier, but it's okay. Just any bright yellow eyeshadow as the transition color because I really want this to kind of stand out underneath all the other darker colors. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in my crease with the Morphe M441, I believe, and just really buff it into my crease. And I don't know why, but one eye I kind of like flick it outwards, and then the other eye I like drag it in. I don't know why I do it. I need to stop. But then I go on with the rest of the colors. I'm just going to be using the 350 palette. No, just kidding. I use the Modern Renaissance. But it's okay. So I go in with that bright orange color and I put it right on top of the yellow. But I still go back in with the yellow shade just to make sure you get the gradient effect from the darker colors up to the lighter colors. So just keep blending and blending until your hands fall off. Just kidding. But yeah, really blend and blend until everything looks nice and flawless, and keep going back in with that transition color. And these are the two brushes that I keep going back and forth with. The one with the yellow clearly is the transition colors, and then the denser one right here is what I use to kind of pack on the lid, or if I'm trying to darken up the crease a little bit. And then after I use this brush, I still go in with the M441 transition color just to make sure everything looks nice and blended. So I'm just going back in with the yellow just to make sure it's got a nice gradient effect. And if you ever bring it up too high to your brow bone, you can always go in with concealer and kind of carve out your brows and just blend the concealer down, and it'll look like you didn't even go far up. It's a pretty good tip. And oh yeah, I'm using one of the darker orange colors from the 350. You can always go back and see what color. And then I take this brighter, a little bit more creamier color from the Modern Renaissance palettes by Anastasia, just to kind of darken out or darken up the lid, because I want it to kind of look like a sunset. But we are going to cut the crease, so you don't really gotta focus too much on there. Then I'm just going to do the same thing on the other eye and darken it all up. And then later I go in and darken up the crease, because then later I'm like, wait, I want to do a cut crease. So I'm going to focus it more on the outer corner instead of the lid. And after you apply the darker color on the outer corner, just go back in with that fluffy brush and with no additional product on it, just to blend everything out so it's nice and seamless and no harsh lines. You never want harsh lines. So here you can see how I'm really like buffing it out and kind of bringing it upwards just to give you more of that gradient effect, like I've been saying over and over again. And then this is where we cut the crease. Yes, my favorite part. So you want to go in with like kind of a flat brush. Any flat brush will do, like kind of this size would be good. And then you go in with gel concealer and you're going to straight up cut the crease. So what I like to do is just put a little bit of concealer first, and then once it's still wet, I kind of like look up. Am I gonna do it? I look up and the concealer like leaves a mark for where my actual crease is, so it's gonna be a little bit right there. See, I look up and then it marks it out for me. So it gives you like an actual like representation of where your crease is supposed to be if you have hooded eyes like me. And another thing that I like to do is pull at my eyes. I know it's bad for you, you're not supposed to do it, it'll cause wrinkles, but I mean it's gonna make your makeup look on point and sharp, so YOLO. And then I blend the concealer with the the crease color, because even though you want it nice and sharp, you still want that ended to be nice and blended in the gradient effect again. And then just go on with any cream color again and set the concealer so that doesn't crease. And then just go and proceed to the other eye. While I'm doing this, I want to tell you guys a quick little joke, okay? So if you say rise up lights, it'll sound like you're saying razor blades in Australian accent. So do it. Rise up lights. Rise up lights. Oh, I love it. Okay, so then yes, I'm cutting the crease, and trust me, If you're not getting it the first time, don't worry, just keep practicing. If you guys saw pictures of my makeup like a year ago, oh my goodness, it's embarrassing. But it's okay, practice makes perfect. And then I go in with this gold shade from the 350 palette. It's so pretty, super, super pigmented. And then I go in with the MAC 242 shader brush. This brush is amazing for packing color onto the lid. Oh my god, just honestly, any synthetic brush will do, but this brush is amazing. It really changed my life. So I'm just going to quickly go ahead and proceed with the other eye. Um, yeah, I don't have any more jokes for you guys, sorry. So I'll just keep buffing it out into the lid, and then, you know. Ooh, and then I go in with this shade. This is my favorite shade from the Anastasia Modern Renaissance palette, and I just apply it on top just to give it an extra pop. And I think I go in with Fix Plus too. I'm not sure, but I mean, you don't really need it with both of these colors because it's so pretty and like bam. Yep, I didn't do it. See, it's okay. Then I go in with the Shiseido mascara, nope, eyelash curler. It's so good. It makes my lashes like curled all day. And then the MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash. I love this because of the wand again. It's so freaking tiny and it gets all the little hairs. Then I go with my favorite lashes. Oh my god, I freaking love Cocoa lashes. Like if you've never tried them and you're looking to go get some, definitely get Goddess, Queen Bee, Amore, and the I think Risk, I don't know, and these, Stella, oh my goodness, they are so pretty and glamorous. Sorry I sound a little bit sick and like nasally, but just please bear with me. Um, but look at these lashes, they are so freaking pretty, and they're only $6.99, so just go cop some. So then we're going to go ahead and move on to the face. I'm going to prime my face with the Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer. And then everywhere else I use the Hourglass Mineral Veil Primer. I know I didn't show it, but that's what it is. It's going to mattify your skin because I'm pretty oily. Well, I'm like combination oily. And then I went in with the new Hourglass Foundation Stick. Oh my god, this foundation stick is bomb. Look how nice it blends. Like, bruh. And it's full coverage. Very, 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 very full coverage. Most full coverage foundation I've ever used. And I just don't like doing my brows before foundation because when I blend around it, oh my god, it's so hard to like not mess it up with a brush this big. But, I mean, it does help when you're doing your eyeshadow because it does frame your face. And I'm using the Morphe M439 foundation brush just in case you are wondering. And since I did my brows first, I go in with the smaller brush just to get closer around it, just to make sure there's no like gap between the foundation and my brows. And then I go in with this kind of peachy shade for the LA Girl Pro Conceal to kind of color correct underneath my eyes. I don't like using those bright orange ones because I feel like you can see it underneath, and I don't know, I just don't like it. I feel like this brightens up underneath the eyes a little bit better. And then I went in with the new Morphe sponge. Oh my god, this sponge is awesome. And then it's the famous Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I don't really know how I feel about this concealer. I think I like the Urban Decay like formula better, but I like the coverage with this one better. So I don't know, I'm probably going to go back and forth between the two. And when using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, you really just need a little bit. Like a little bit goes a long frickin' way with this concealer. And then, so yeah, see, I go back in with my Urban Decay concealer to highlight the center of my face. I don't know, I just really like this concealer. It just has a special place in my heart. So I just bounce all over my face with the Morphe sponge. I was going to say beauty blender. And just bounce everywhere just to make sure you pick up any excess product. And then I go in with the RC May No Color Powder. So it's in this packaging or this container because I hate the packaging and this big sponge will not fit inside of it anymore. So I just dumped out my Laura Mercier powder because I just didn't really like it. I felt it make my face look cakey and dry and I just didn't like it. And then I go in with a Mineralized Skin Finish by MAC in the shade Medium Golden to set the rest of my face. And then I go in with the big paddle brush from MAC and I contour my face. And I'm using the Hoola bronzer by Benefit to contour my cheekbones. I'm not sure why I didn't add it into the video, but it's okay. You guys know what it looks like. And then I go in with the RCMA No Color Powder just to carve out the bottom of the contour, just to make it nice and sharp. And then, I don't know where the footage of this went either, but I'm using the, for my blush, the Milani Luminoso, and I guess I didn't record it, but it's okay. And then I go in with the Mary Luminosa by the Bomb, and I make my highlight poppin'. Watch, after I go on top with the Gilded Honey, and I spray it with a little bit of Fix Plus, and I'm just a little too excited about this part, so, you know, just don't mind me and my little weirdness. But yes, I was listening to J. Cole, okay? If you guys know J. Cole, if you guys know J. Cole, yeah, hook it up, please. Just kidding. Ah. And I take that same Gilded Honey and I apply it to the inner corner and the brow bone just to make it a little bit more poppin'. And then for the bottom lash line, so in my previous video I told you guys to go in with the dark color and blend it out with the transition color. No. This way is so much better. So you do the same thing you did with the crease. You go in with a lighter shade and then darker and darker and darker. Just do that one and you'll get the nice blended gradient effect. So don't listen to me in my first video. So just keep blending it and adding the same colors you did to the crease. And then here I'm wiping off my bakage, and then it gives you that like clean, sharp line. And it looks fabuloso. And I was trying to decide what color I want to use for the lips. So I'm using the Kylie Cosmetic lip gloss in the shade Literally. This is literally my favorite color ever. Like, the gloss is so opaque, you don't need to add like an extra layer of like lipstick underneath it. It just looks so bomb and it's so glossy. Like, oh my god, I love it. Oh, look at my little kitty. She's so cute. And then, yes, I'm just going to spray my face with some Urban Decay setting spray and, of course, my fan. And then you're all good to go. Thank you for watching.
Hollywood go. Go. Hey Hollywood. Hey Hollywood go.